Zoe here. Today I'm super excited to talk to you because today's video is one of my most highly requested videos, and that is my best tips for learning a new language. As you guys know, I'm currently in the process of learning Italian. So without further ado, here are my best tips for learning a new language. Let's get started. Alright, so I first want to start this video off and say thank you so much to Lingo Deer for sponsoring this video. Lingo Deer is an online language school which offers English, German, Spanish, and French courses with native speakers. By joining Lingo Deer, you have the opportunity to either take private lessons or group lessons, and they're available 24 hours a day, which means that you can set up your own language learning schedule. Group classes are held in a virtual classroom using Adobe Connect, and private classes are available via Skype. Upon completion of a sufficient number of courses, normally between 30 and 40 hours, students receive an SEFR certificate attesting to their level of comprehension, ranging from A1 to C2. These certificates can be used for university or visa applications, so it's a pretty amazing program. Lingo Deer is also offering all of you guys a very special discount if you wish to join the platform and take part in any of these courses, whether they be private or group. I'll be sure to leave that link down below and all of the information, so check out the description box. I definitely firmly believe that when learning a new language, it is very important to have your own learning schedule, especially if you are not attending a go-to course, say at university or college. Learning a new language can be something that you can be enthusiastic about in the beginning, but it can also be a little bit difficult, or you could wind up not having enough time and you essentially fall off the wagon. If you leave the practice of learning a language for a couple weeks, you do get rusty quite quickly, especially in the beginning. One thing that I found really works for me is to create a schedule which would fit really nice with something like Lingo Deer. So if you are working a 9-to-5 job and want to have your lessons on Tuesdays and Thursdays evenings, incorporate learning a new language into your schedule as if it is a job. With that, you will stay consistent and you'll find yourself learning faster and faster. You'll find that you do feel rewarded when the language comes a lot easier to you and is more second nature. In this schedule too, I also schedule in goals and rewards for myself. So if I feel like I have obtained a new level in Italian, I will then treat myself to perhaps a weekend away. This is something that I mentioned to you guys I did in the past when I felt that if I could commit to meeting with a tandem language partner 5 times in 1 week, I would reward myself with a weekend getaway to Florence. Things like this are very important as they will motivate you and challenge you, and especially if you can incorporate your reward to be something involving your new language. So for example, if you are committed to learning French with a program like Lingo Deer, and you can commit yourself to putting in the effort of scheduling 2 or 3 classes a week for 3 to 6 months, why not reward yourself with a trip to Paris or a trip to Quebec? That could be something really motivating to work towards. The next tip I have is to change the language on your phone. So this is a tip that my amazing friend Sophie shared with me. I have done a couple learning language videos with her, so I'll be sure to link those ones down below. But Sophie challenged me to change the language on my phone to Italian, and this has helped me actually learn a few little phrases I wasn't aware of, whether it be on Snapchat or email. All of these call to action buttons on your phone change to the language of your choice, which gets you thinking automatically. So for example, if somebody is typing a message on Snapchat, it will say like Sophie sta scrivendo, which means Sophie is writing a message, but now I know what that means in Italian and I can directly translate it myself. So I challenge you, if you are a beginner learning or even intermediate, to change the language on your phone if this isn't something you've thought of before. But be sure that you know how to navigate back in your phone to switch it back if you do encounter some problems. The next tip I have is to find yourself a tandem language partner. It is amazing to have classes and courses, but I also think that a very complimentary thing to do is to say have somebody you can meet for coffee, perhaps maybe once a week, so that you can practice what you have learned in your classes, in your courses, with somebody in real time and have a more kind of natural conversation. Say meet them at a coffee shop order your coffee in Italian if you're in Italy, or in French if you're in France, or if you are, for example, in Canada or US and trying to learn one of these languages, you can also find tandem language partners online that you can meet via Skype, and you two can help each other out. So the way that a tandem relationship works is that if I'm trying to learn Italian and the person that I'm meeting with is trying to learn English, we will spend half our time speaking in Italian and half our time speaking in English. So we help each other out, and we definitely help each other with pronunciation. I encourage you guys, if you are learning a new language or looking for a tandem partner, leave it down below in the box, because you never know who you could meet via the YouTube comments who could help you take your language that you're trying to learn to the next level. And my last tip, which I feel like could be the most important one of all, and that is to step out of your comfort zone to practice. Because of course you can practice in your courses and with other people, but to practice in environments that are outside of your comfort zone will definitely help you to achieve a new level of confidence in learning a new language. So a couple examples I have here is when I was living in Rome just a few months ago, I joined the gym and I would attend fitness classes almost every day. Of course, these fitness classes were in Italian, so doing that I was stepping out of my comfort zone, being probably the only one in the class who wasn't fluent and standing there and not really knowing what to do. But in this way, I was able to learn all different body parts, all different phrases, workout moves, or moving left to right. All of these things started to become a little bit second nature and a lot more fluent for me. So that's one way I stepped out of my comfort zone. Another way that you can step out of your comfort zone, of course, sometimes it depends where you're living in the world and if your language is being spoken. But even if I knew where something was in the grocery store, or knew where something was in the market, or knew where a certain place was, I challenged myself to step out of my comfort zone and ask people in Italian where I could find this specific item, just for the practice of approaching somebody who I didn't know personally and being able to use my learned language. Anyways guys, I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I hope it has sparked some inspiration for you to practice your new language. I'd really like it if you could let me know below which language you are trying to learn, or in the multiple languages which you do know. I find it really inspiring when I meet people who know more than one language, so be sure to share below. Don't forget to follow the link in the description box below to Lingoda and use the code Zoe for your discount. And that being said, thank you so much to Lingoda for sponsoring this video and inspiring me to make it to help all of you guys achieve your language goals. I'll see you guys again very soon. Bye!